vilka kårer vi ska se vem som kan vinna den andra semifinalen och möta Leksand imorgon. Vi ska strax ha dags för en presentation.
Of course.
Dagen är välkomna ut för en presentation. Ja, för kvällens match så har vi följande 4 domare. Hoplake, Herman Martinez. Första bäst, Roy Eriksson. Andra bäst, Alexander Silverhjelm. Och tredje bäst, Johan Andersson. Och de 2 lagen som ska spela i Rättvik mot Sundsvall och Rättviks line-up är följande. Joel Jonsson. Daniel Jonsson. Ian Ackerman. Hector Acuna. Melendez. Lindell. Mikael Jonsson, Emil Salin och Sam Börjes. Sundsvalls lag. Oskar Järnström, Ryan Arena, Tony Gardner, Bert Axelsson, Linus Böllum, Olle Järnström, Erik Markvordson, Olle Martinsson och Jonathan Brinneryd. Då kommer nationalsången.
And welcome back to the field at Örvallen, Sundbyberg. We're now watching the second semifinal of this weekend SM Finals. And it is Sundsvall Mosquitoes versus the Rättvik Butchers. I am Roberto Del Castillo here with my co-broadcaster,
Wade, the Canadian Konowalchuk.
To be fair, Wade, I am also Canadian. Well,
I could tell by your last name.
Thank you very much. It's going to be a bit of a loose goose type of broadcast this afternoon, but we're going to have some fun. You've just heard the lineups and the national anthem, and we're getting ready to start the game real soon. It continues to be a pretty cloudy, windy day. Not the best day for baseball.
It's a balmy 14 degrees in Sumpan right now. And speaking of Sumpan, it's been raining here in Stockholm for the last week and a half or so. And it is rather swamp-like on the field, especially out in the left field. It's very waterlogged.
That's right. It is. And you saw that take a little bit of effect in the previous game between Sundbyberg Heat and Leksand, where Leksand defeated Sundbyberg by a score of 5-2. It was a great game, really good pitching matchup. Unfortunately, there was a few too many mistakes made, I think, by the Sundbyberg team, and the sloppy, wet field really played into it, I think. And the hitters just couldn't get anything going. But congratulations to Leksand for that win, and they move on to play either Rättvik or Sundsvall in the finals tomorrow.
Apologies in advance for the way that we may butcher some names here today. They couldn't have chosen two worse people to commentate and give the play-by-play for a Swedish baseball game. We are both Canadian, as we said, and our pronunciation of the Swedish language is not awesome.
No, it's not.
Bear with us.
Yeah, bear with us, please, but we'll do our best.
You'll notice in the YouTube you can chat. We invite your comments, unless they're trolling us. Then keep them to yourself.
Well, you can see the umpires and the head coaches on the field having a chat, getting ready to get the game started. Should start any minute now, and. You heard the lineups being read earlier, but just to refresh again, we've got the Sundsvall starting pitcher is Emil Salin, and going up against the Rättvik starting pitcher Erik Markvordson. And the players will take the field now, with Sundsvall starting on the field defensively, and Rättvik going up to bat first.
Vi börjar uppmärksamma på tavlan där så syns hits and errors fungerar tyvärr inte för visitor team.
It'll be interesting to see, Wade, how this game plays out, because the previous game, like I said, I think the cold weather had a bit of an impact, especially on the pitchers. Moises Vargas from Sundbyberg just took him a little bit of time to kind of find his stride. Walked a lot of batters, I think about 8 or 9 batters, but only gave up 3 runs. So to his credit, to his credit, he really held them off the board for the remainder of the game, and unfortunately the batters just could not back him up today. So we'll see how the pitchers fare in this game.
Thanks, Jokke, for your comment. I can assure you you'll get some great entertainment value out of our pronunciations.
Also getting a bit of a full crowd here. You might hear some of the cheers. The Sundsvall team seems to have quite a few loud cheerers already, so we'll wait and see. So it was backwards. All right, and we're on the way. First pitch strike for Eric Markvordson. So leading off for the Rättvik Butchers is Joel Jansson playing center field. Oh, that's a really nice looking breaking ball there. Strike two. Interesting, good start for Eric Markvordson. He's getting ahead of this first batter, and I think that was also the key for the Leksand pitcher in the last game, staying ahead of the batters and not pinching from behind. Really helped him a lot. That's ball one. That one got a little bit away from him, looks like.
Inside for ball two, 2-2. High for ball three, full count.
You know, it's really important for these pitchers to just try and get their arm warmed up and just find that groove early on so that they don't pitch from behind. Because that always creates, I think, dangerous scenarios here in baseball. Nice pitch to get him. Strike three.
Coming to bat, the shortstop, Daniel Jansson.
Hey Wade, what do you think the odds are that these two guys are brothers?
I don't know. Jansson is like Smith in Sweden.
It's pretty common.
Very common name.
Speaking. And it's a foul ball. Strike one. Just a bit high. Ball one, 1-1. Foul back, ball, strike two. You know, Rättvik just is one of those teams that seems to just consistently always be here in the semifinals, going on to the finals. They have a really good program up there.
Swing and a miss.
Looks like he's got his high fastball working pretty early there. Eric Markvordson. Markvordson. Oh,
Takes him down for 2 outs. Next up to bat, the catcher, Evan Opperman.
And you hear this Sundsvall coach telling Eric to go ahead and attack him. That's exactly what he's doing. He's going after these batters right now. He's basically challenging them, saying, hey, you need to catch up to my fastball. Yeah, starts him off with the ball. And that's line to left field for a single. It's a really good piece of hitting there. The pitch was a bit inside, but he stayed with it and just poked it out to left.
At bat now, the second baseman, Hector Acuna.
You know, in the previous game, Wade, the Leksand coach before the game said that his team strategy was to put the ball in play and see what happens. And it's something that worked out well for Leksand in the last game, probably due to the condition of the field. And we'll see if Rättvik kind of has the same approach right now to Eric Markvordson's power pitching.
Well, you put that ball in the field, and the field being as wet as it is, it's not easy to traverse across at a high rate of speed. So high and outside for ball two. Called strike one. Hit to the second baseman who takes the force, and that'll end the half. You'll notice our Swish number and QR code. We do happily take donations to fund the development of our online broadcasting and production quality, in fact. So we would very much appreciate your support. Number is there. Thank you. Welcome back. It's the bottom of the first. Emil Salin has taken the mound. Emil apparently got his start in the league playing for Alby, and then left Alby to go and play for the academy, and then Leksand for a little while, and now has made his home in Rättvik. Up to bat, we've got Oscar Järvsten.
Oops, a bit inside.
Quite inside that time for ball two. Called strike one. 2-1.
Ooh. And a hit by pitch. Batter takes his base.
That didn't look like it felt awesome.
No, it did not. Well, it looks like the Rättvik pitcher is maybe battling a bit of control issues here to start the game.
Well, with the moist air, etc., it can't be easy to grip.
Yeah, well, we saw what happened when in the last game with Moises Vargas and Sundbyberg. Had quite a few more walks than I think he would have liked, but that's the problem. You can't walk too many, make too many mistakes. Ooh.
Oy, almost another
Well
hit by
inside.
pitch.
That's right.
At the plate right now, the shortstop, Ryan Arena.
What?
Called, strike one. 1-1.
First strike is thrown. It's interesting to have these two teams who are based well away from Stockholm driving all the way down to Stockholm to play. Ooh, that's hit really hard.
That's going deep.
Oh,
he almost
left
had
fielder
it.
almost had it. Drops the ball. Runner ends up second and third. Wow, I really thought that one had a chance to go.
It looked like it was going to go. It looked like it was going to break that scoreboard even further.
Yeah, it was actually a really great play by the left fielder to catch up to it. If he had caught it, if he actually held it, wow, that would have been a hell of a play. Good effort, but even better hit.
Coming to the plate now, the right fielder, Donnie Gardner.
Well, this is a great opportunity for Sundsvall here to get ahead early, similar to Leksand last game against Sundbyberg. I mean, it just adds mountains of pressure. You know, the more runs you put up early for the other team having to play catch up.
Runners on second and third. A base hit scores at least one. Whoa, big cut and a miss.
Strike one. I think he was trying to drive in all three runs there with one swing. Why not? Hey, man on second and third, no outs. Why not go for it, right?
It's tough in humidity like this to get that ball to carry all that way, though.
That's true. Oh, ball gets away from the
ball
catcher.
gets away. That'll
Oh,
score one.
That'll score a run on the pass ball.
And it advances Ryan Arena to third.
Well, that was unfortunate. You saw the catcher squirted through his legs, and as he was trying to get up, he just had a little bit of a, I don't know what it was actually. It was a little bit of a trip over his equipment or something, so it didn't allow him to try and get the ball. But I don't know if he would have had much of a chance, to be honest. Well, it's 1-0 for Sundsvall.
I noticed him adjusting the bottom of his shin protector. Maybe it caught.
Ball two. It's really important here for the Rättvik pitcher to really just buckle down and really focus now. You've already given up a run. Still no outs. Runner on third. Maybe you give up another one, but that ball is hit very well to center field. But the center field looks like he's camped under it. Got it. And that will score the second run. It's a really good job by Sundsvall to capitalize on that, on those two first base runners. 2-0 Sundsvall early on here in the first inning.
Coming up to the plate now is first baseman Per Axelsson.
Let's see if the Rättvik pitcher can settle down now a little bit. No runners on base anymore. 1 out. Starts with ball 1. It becomes increasingly difficult to actually get the outs, Wade, when you are pitching from behind. And you've seen that a little bit here early on.
Big swing and a miss. 1-1. Low and inside for ball 2. A little bit high. Ball 3. 3-1. Called strike 2 to fill the count up.
And he walked him. Well, that's not a recipe for success, but double play is still an option, hopefully.
Coming to the plate, we have the second baseman, Linus Sjölund. Runners at first. Well, only at first. Excuse me. Thought there was still a guy on third. Yeah.
Well
Way outside.
Well outside. Well, you could see that the Rättvik pitcher is struggling with his command. You know, it's important for a pitcher to understand that there are times when you're going to have to make adjustments, right? And pitch, sometimes pitch to contact rather than try and blow people away. I think that's what he should do here, to be honest. You have to trust your defenders, pitch to contact, let the batters just hit the ball to your defenders.
That was just outside the zone for ball 2 on Sjölund.
There you go.
Called strike 1. Woo. Big cut for strike 2.
Very big cut. Challenge him with a fastball. Looks like there's a bit of action in the bullpen for Rättvik very early on. We were discussing this with the last game. Normally, in the playoffs, you have a bit of a best-of-3 series. Big cut, swing and a miss.
And the strikeout for second out of the inning.
But this year, the league has decided to have just one elimination game rather than a best-of-3 series, so this changes the nature of the game. Obviously now, it's a winner takes all, right? Just this single game. So, do you save your pitcher? Do you need to save your pitcher? There is no next game if you don't win this game. So, you know, that big looks like they've got someone warming up early.
Called strike 1 on Ole Jefston.
Ooh, that's hit very well to right field. But the right fielder looks
fairly comfortable with it, and that'll end the half.
Well, it's not a bad inning there. 2 for Sundsvall. Rättvik, I think, quite good that they minimized the damage there. And we ended the first 2-0. Welcome back to start the second. Welcome back to start the second inning here in Örvallen, Sundbyberg. We've got Rättvik batting now at the top of the second.
First baseman Marcus Melendez.
Marcus Melendez is a veteran, good player here. He's been playing for a couple of years now with this team. First pitch, ball.
Looked a little low.
Rättvik has 2 SM Gold championships in 2001 and 2002. So it's been a while since they've won a championship, actually. They were in the finals last year against Sölvesborg, but Sölvesborg took that one. And interestingly enough, Sundsvall has never made a finals. So this is their opportunity here. Win this game, they're in the finals tomorrow. Maybe even they win their first championship ever.
Called strike.
2-1. Ooh, that's hit hard by Melendez, but right to the right fielder.
Shouldn't pose any problem, and that's one down.
Well, already we see that the batters are making much more contact this game than the previous game. So perhaps we'll get a bit more scoring, a bit of a higher score in this game.
At the plate now, the left fielder, Tommy Lindell.
It's time called by the batter.
Called strike one. Beautiful fastball down the middle.
Yeah, it looks like the Sundsvall pitcher has his command on tonight.
Just catches the right side of that plate.
Yeah, he's all around. He's in the middle, up high, on the outside. He's really mixing his pitches well, his location at least. Bounced in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
High and inside for 2-2. Same spot it looked like, from high and inside. Full count. Big cut on the strikeout for first out of the inning.
Well, let's see how the game progresses, Wade. But right now, it looks like the Rättvik batters just are not catching up to that fastball.
Speaking of Rättvik batters, Jan Mikael Jonsson popped up to right field, and that will do it.
And that's a quick inning there by Sundsvall. So it's really good to keep his pitching count down, and we'll see how this game progresses.
Welcome back to this bottom of the second. At the plate right now, we have Markvordson.
Starts him off with the ball. It's a good effort there on the pronunciation, Wade.
Wow.
I think the viewers will appreciate the effort.
At least I got Hulund right.
Up.
Fine, outside again. Ball 2.
Yeah. Looks like the Rättvik pitcher is still struggling a little bit with his command. And that's one thing we saw in the previous game with the struggles that Moises Pargas had from Sundbyberg. And he ended up pitching 8 innings. I believe it was close to 150 pitch count that he had. And that's just impressive, actually. You don't really see that many pitches thrown these days, unless you have a rubber arm. But
fouled off for strike 2, and 2-2 count.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Check swing. And the third base umpire says, no, it was not a swing. Stays alive. Full count. Okay. Outside to take the walk.
Well outside, well outside. Gotta say it again, I think it's really important here for Rättvik to pitch to contact and let the defense try and sort out this command issues that the pitcher seems to be having, because if he keeps trying to just sort of punch everyone out and mix up his pitches without this command, it's just gonna get ugly. We've seen what walk after walk can do.
At the plate now, the left fielder, Ole Martinsson. Popped up to possibly right. A play for the first baseman. And he manages to snag it in to take the first out.
A really good job to stay with the ball and to make that play. Any out right now that the Rättvik defenders can give their pitchers is really, really good.
At the plate right now, center fielder Jonathan Bringerud. Pickoff attempt unsuccessful. Just checking that runner, keep him a little closer to first base.
Keeping him honest, Definitely don't want Sundsvall to pad their lead even more.
Popped out of play. Time called.
I like the skaters because I think it stops tumbling.
That was a big cut, swing and a miss. 0-2.
Big cut, and the catcher threatens to gun that guy out at first.
Well, you see the second and the shortstop, neither of them are shading towards second, expecting the runner to run. So Right now, Rättvik is just focused on the batter, it seems.
Inside for ball one. 1 and 2 is the count. Another pickoff attempt. Again, unsuccessful.
Oh, that ball's hit very well towards
Hit
left
to
field.
left field. Looks like no problem.
No, unfortunately, he got a little bit under it and he kept it too high, too much in the air.
That's all one, Batson, stöjda.
Coming to the plate, the catcher, Oscar Järvsten. At his last at bat, Oscar was hit by pitch, and he ended up scoring.
It's not too often you see a catcher leading off.
Because we are the best batters. Looks at ball one. As I mentioned, he came in and he scored on a sac fly RBI by Donnie Gardner. Ooh, just caught the right-hand corner of that plate.
Actually, Oscar scored on the pass ball. It was Ryan Arena that scored on the sac fly.
Okay. My bad. Ooh. Called strike two. 1 and 2 is the count. Man on first.
It looks like the Rättvik pitcher is becoming a bit more comfortable now. He's throwing the ball around the plate much more, which is a good sign.
He may be finding his own.
Mm-hmm. That's hit up the
Hit
middle.
up the middle. That's a sweet base hit to advance the runner.
Yeah, you're right, Ray. That's just a nice piece of hitting. You're not trying to do too much with it. Line up the ball, smack it up the middle, nice and simple. Keep the train moving, as they say. I'd like to remind our viewers that you can subscribe to the Sundbyberg Heat YouTube channel. That way you can receive notifications of live streams. And just keep padding our viewer numbers.
And frankly, it just helps us out. Yeah, like you said, padding those viewer numbers, which looks good in the eyes of possible advertisers. Excuse me.
Sponsors, that's right.
At the plate, we have our shortstop Ryan Arena. He scored on the sac fly by Donnie Gardner in the first. Hit to the shortstop. There's the out, and that will retire the side.
Well, Rättvik comes out of the inning unscathed. Still 2-0 for Sundsvall at the end of 1.5.
knows his own stuff and back in Karlskoga, but he's
Welcome back. Top of the third inning. Just if you're just joining us, I'd like to welcome all 88 of our viewers today. Welcome to you, Tony Bessel. Thank you for your kind words about our pronunciation, but that unfortunately doesn't mean a whole lot coming from an Aussie, because you say everything funny too.
Amen to that. And the pitcher starts him off with the ball, 1-0.
That's the pitcher, Emil Salin.
That is a strike, 1-1. And the other thing we want to remind our viewers is you can leave some comments on our chat, unless of course they're funny comments about our pronunciation, in which case you can just keep that to yourself.
Oh no, I don't mind. I don't mind that.
But thank you, Tony, for the kind words. And that's foul ball, 1-2. So far, Sundsvall has been able to keep Rättvik honest. Rättvik not really being able to mount too much offense in this game, not too many base runners. And it bodes well for the Sundsvall pitcher's pitch count, which I think is much more helpful later on in the game. 31 pitches so far. And that ball is hit hard, splitting the center and left fielder, and it might drop.
Be a base hit.
Yes, it will be.
And that's a double.
A stand-up double, Wade. That's right. That's a really good piece of hitting there. You know, it's funny. It's like as soon as we make a comment, the opposite happens on the field. Talking about how good the Sundsvall pitcher's been, and suddenly it gets tattooed for a double. But it's a good way to start the inning for Rättvik and get some base runners on. You know, get some momentum going. Try and get back into this game.
Absolutely. The game is still early. It's only a 2-run deficit. Anything is possible still. Coming to the plate now, we've got our third baseman, Sam Borges. Well, not our third baseman,
No.
Rättvik's third
Rättvik's
baseman.
third baseman, yes. But Sam's father, a longtime player with Sundbyberg.
Really? They're related?
Apparently, father and son are related.
I had no idea.
Some kind of relation.
Outside for a first ball. Regardless, Thomas Borges is a hell of a ball player.
Indeed.
Still at his age. Outside for ball 2. His son? Uncle. Oh. Well done, Roberto.
Hi. What is the ball 3?
That's 3 balls and no strikes.
3 balls, man.
Probably not going to have the green light here, and rightly so.
Well, this is a really good opportunity here for Rättvik to take advantage and get themselves on the board, get back into this game. The Sundsvall pitcher was really in the zone for the first couple of innings, but now we see he's sort of starting to lose control a little bit. 4 straight balls to walk the batter, plus gave up the double, so now runners on first and second.
So this is the second at-bat for the center fielder, Joel Jonsson. Last at-bat, he struck out. Let's see if he can do something here with men on base.
Ooh, right up the middle.
Well hit up the middle.
This is going to score a run.
Run coming in. Stand up, no problem.
There it is. That's exactly what we're talking about, Wade. These Rättvik hitters, they looks like they're lining up his fastball now, and he had two really well hit balls this inning. That one right up the middle, and almost caught the pitcher. Actually, saw him move his head out of the way.
At the plate now, the shortstop, Daniel Jonsson, who also his last at-bat had a strikeout. But it looks like this game's kind of turning around for Rättvik.
Yeah, it does. You're right. And
Just outside for ball one. Cheers, Tony. Whoa!
just inside.
It looked like he wasn't sure if he got hit by that pitch or not. 2 balls, no strikes to Daniel Jonsson. Low and outside for ball 3. Yeah. That's 7 straight balls for Eric Markvordson.
There's that pronunciation.
Yeah, well, that's a long one. That's got more letters than my last name.
That's true. That's true. And you got a long one.
Called strike 1. Had to expect him not to be swinging at that one.
Yeah, that's true. 3-1 count, though. You got to get the green light here. If you see anything over the plate, you got to tattoo this one. There you go. Foul ball. Foul ball was the call by the umpire. So that's a full count, 3-2.
Very delayed foul ball call, but so be it.
Almost looked like the third base umpire didn't want to make that call.
Well, I think he was busy getting out of the way of that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That was a bullet.
Sometimes you got to take one for the teams.
Yeah. Count is full to Daniel Jonsson. Men on first and second.
Same spot, fair
That
ball.
looks like a fair ball. It is called fair.
Fair.
We've got 1 run coming in for sure.
2 runs.
A second run coming in.
And the runner's going for third base, and it bounces off the catcher. And you see Daniel Jonsson is pumped up at third base. A really well hit ball. A double, a stand-up double for sure. But once he saw that throw going towards home plate, he broke for third. Now the catcher saw he saw that he was breaking for third. He was going to try and throw him out, but it just bounced off his mask, unfortunately, and allowing Daniel Jonsson to get to third safely. But this game is turning around now. Rättvik 3, Sundsvall 2, and still no outs with a runner on third.
We're going to have a little powwow here on the mound. Those of you who don't know what a powwow is, as a Canadian, being married to a native Canadian, a powwow is the indigenous people of Canada and the US get together and they all gather around in a circle here and beat a drum and dance in a circle.
That is true, although I'm sure there's a much deeper explanation to it.
Well, I didn't want to get too calculated in my explanation. We didn't see any dancing, but or drumming for that matter.
Well, not yet. We'll see how many runs he gives up, and then.
But I figured I wanted to explain where that word came from to our viewers. Popped up down the right field line.
This might be trouble. It is. It drops for a base hit, and a run scores from third. Oh.
Oh, but he's gunned out at second.
Well, I don't know what Evan Opperman was doing there, actually. It looks as if he sort of pulled up and began to jog towards second. Maybe he didn't realize that the throw was coming in and he got tagged out, but he looked like he had a lot of time to make it there safely. But regardless, he scores another run, making it 4-2. I'm not sure, also not sure what happened with the right fielder there, Wade, because it looked like he may have lost it in the sky. Right now, it's very difficult to see. The ball blends in with the gray clouds. So maybe that's what happened, and he just missed it in the beginning.
Called strike 1 to the second baseman, Hector Acuna. Apologies, we didn't announce that was the catcher, Evan Opperman, who got that RBI single, but base running error on his part, I would suspect.
Also interesting, there's no action in the Sundsvall bullpen. So it looks like they expect their pitcher to go deep into the game.
1-2 the count to Hector Acuna. Hit to the second baseman. Should be an easy out on one.
Well done. It's a good
Brings us
play.
to 2 out. And that brings up Marcus Melendez, the first baseman.
It's a good play by the second baseman. It looks easy, but the condition of the field right now is anything but. It is just puddles and mud out there. And if you play baseball, you know how difficult it is to try and field a baseball on a slick, wet surface, let alone just random bounces and puddles.
Last time Marcus Melendez was up, he flied out to right field. Just missed the zone there for a first ball. Hit to the shortstop, who should end the inning, or the half rather.
Well, it's a good inning by Rättvik, definitely putting up 4 runs is exactly what they were looking for. And we're now sitting at 4-2 after 2.5 innings.
Welcome back. It's the bottom of the third inning. It is now 4-2 for Rättvik. Coming to the plate, we have Sundsvall's right fielder, Danny Gardner, who had a sac fly at his last at-bat and RBI. Just caught the outside corner of that plate for called strike one.
Ooh, that's a nice hit ball.
Well hit ball. That's a single for Donnie Gardner.
Yeah, I did a really good job there just to stay with it and just looped it over this left field for a single. But it's a good start for Sundsvall. This is an exciting game. After a couple of innings of some bit of a pitcher's matchup, now we got the hitters really taking the matter into their own hands.
So the first baseman, Per Axelsson, who walked at his last at-bat.
He's a cleanup hitter for Sundsvall.
High and inside for ball one. Per didn't even flinch on that one, even though it was right at his earlobe.
Well, he's a big boy. He doesn't look like much hurts him, actually. So originally from Eskilstuna, Per Axelsen. Found himself all the way up in Sundsvall. Funny how life works. Here we are, a couple Canadians, calling a game here in Sweden.
Low and outside for ball 2.
It's another well-hit
It's
ball.
solid to left field, but that's going to be an easy cleanup.
That's exactly the same hit that Donnie Gardner just had. Unfortunately, he just stayed up a bit too long, got under it a little bit too much, so it turned out into a fly ball rather than a line drive.
Coming to the plate right now, our second baseman, Linus Kolund. Called strike 1. Fouled off out of play, way out of play actually, into the football pitch. Just high for ball 2. 2-2 is the count. Man on first. Oh, excuse me, 1-2.
Hit to the first baseman. 1 out. Throws to the second baseman.
No, you got to tag him.
He did tag him. Umpire calls him out. That's a double play. Really good double play by Rättvik. Talk about momentum, Wade. Momentum's a killer. You got to be careful, and Rättvik has it right now. At the end of 3 innings, it's 4-2 for Rättvik. We remind you, we're going to put our Swish number up on the screen. Number is 123-372-9555. Any type of donation you can send the Sundbyberg Club in order to help us develop our broadcast capabilities. Can really use a second mic here, so I don't have to sit so close to Wade. Smell what he had for lunch. That poutine must have been delicious, Wade.
Wow. That's hurtful.
And we'll leave you with that. And the end of the 3rd inning.
Welcome back to the top of the 4th inning now, and coming to the plate, we've got Tommy Lindell, the left fielder.
That popped up, out of play.
Those of you who are scratching your heads and wondering, what is this poutine that Roberto is talking about? It's a Canadian delicacy. It's French fries with squeaky cheese and gravy. It's the only delicacy that we have in Canada. Called Strike One.
That's not true, Wade. There's also maple syrup.
Well, yeah, but we don't actually make that. It comes out of a tree.
Regardless, it's Canadian. But the poutine, probably equivalent to a shrimp sandwich here in Sweden.
Oh, yeah. Or seal.
Or that's right. Counts 1 and 2 on the batter.
Or shot boulard.
Oh yeah, shot boulard.
Oh,
it's good stuff.
Oh, hit by pitch.
No, it's off the knob of the bat.
Well.
Or maybe not. He's going to go check with the umpire to see if it actually was.
Eric Markvordson might have gotten lucky there.
I think it was the knob of the bat, to be honest, but yeah. Precisely, yeah. The batter was not trying to sell it. So.
I would have been rolling around on the ground there, gripping my elbow.
A little bit of a soccer player rather than a baseball player you are, Wade.
Yes, well, I've spent many, many years playing soccer, or football as I like to call it. Canadian.
Well, let's see if Rättvik can keep their momentum from the last inning where they scored 4 runs.
1 and 2 the count.
That's
high and inside, 2 and 2. On Tommy Lindell.
Ooh, that ball.
That's popped up. It could be trouble. Nope. Easy play for the center fielder.
Easy play might be, but for anyone watching that has not been in the Stockholm area, maybe you're up in Rättvik or Sundsvall, it has been raining for about 3 straight days here, so the baseball field here at Örvallen is quite a beautiful field. Unfortunately, when it rains, it also becomes a bit of a swamp, and that is strike 1 for the batter. And you really notice it in the outfield way. There are pools of water out there.
Well, we live up to our name of Sumpan, which I am told means the swamp.
Huh. I did not know that.
Swing and a miss for strike 2 to Jan Mikael Jonsson, the right fielder. Last at bat, Jan Mikael flied out to right field.
Just outside.
The catcher did a hell of a job trying to frame that pitch.
Yep, very good, very good.
1 and 2 the count.
Wait, what do you think the chances are that Jan Mikael is related to Joel and Daniel?
Because his name is Jonsson.
Precisely.
I don't know. I'm not taking bets on that one.
Oh, swing and a miss by Jan Mikael. Goes down swinging. That's 2 down.
Surely he is related.
Yes, correct. Yes, the official score of the game has just informed us that they are brothers, and they form the core of this Rättvik Butchers team.
I don't imagine Rättvik to be a huge, thriving metropolis, so, chances are they're related.
Played for Sundbyberg last year. Since Sundbyberg doesn't have a team this year because of Corona, they're playing with Rättvik.
Yaha! At the plate right now, the pitcher, Emil Salin, called strike 1.
Well, it's crazy times that we're living in right now with the COVID pandemic. I think any team that's operational right now, players are just flocking to them, wanting to play. And that ball's hit pretty well as well to center field, and the center fielder gets under it.
This time, Emil is not going to be quite as lucky as his last at-bat when he doubled to center field.
And it's a quick 3 up, 3 down for Sundsvall. So it looks like they've recovered a bit, and at the end of 3.5. It's 4-2 for Rättvik.
Welcome back. It's the bottom of the 4th inning now. Coming to the plate, we've got the third baseman, Ole Yerstien. Ball 1.
High ball 1 from the pitcher.
At Ole's last at bat, he flied out to right field. Fouled up the third base line, excuse me.
So the count's 1-1. You see the lights, Wade, slowly becoming brighter and brighter.
Well, I imagine it's going to start getting dark fairly soon here. Swedish summer is officially over.
Yes, correct.
I don't care what anybody says. It should still be a technically summer.
But not
Welcome
here.
to Sweden.
Welcome to Sweden, indeed. Yeah, summer's over. It gets darker faster, and it gets colder. That's for sure. Which affects the players on the field. Listen, it's not that easy to stay warm when you're out there in this weather, right? Windy and cold and wet. Feet are probably wet. So we'll see how that impacts the pitchers as they go, move through the game.
Whoa!
Well, there you go.
Just outside. Inside, rather. It depends how you look at it. Outside from his back, but... Full count to Yerstien.
Holy
Called
third
strikeout for the first out of the half.
Well, I don't think Epstein appreciated that call so much. I think he showed it. But the umpire giving it to Rättvik, so...
You really got to protect on those. And I'm the pot calling the kettle black right now because God knows I have a lot of called strikeouts against me.
That is true.
How do you know, Roberto? You haven't been out to see a game.
That is true. Well, the batter flies out to left field. That ball was hit pretty well, but it was a hit well. But unfortunately, the left fielder got under it. Really good play by the defender. No, you're right, Wade. I haven't played very much this summer, unfortunately. But I was there in the game that you famously had the golden sombrero 2 years ago. But for those of you who don't know what the golden sombrero is, that's 4 strikeouts in a game.
Yes,
But,
thank you for pointing that out, Roberto. That was Markvordson, who flied out to left field. At the plate now, the left fielder, Ole Martinsson.
And he starts them off with a strike, 0-1, 2 outs, 2 quick outs here by Rättvik. It's pretty good. The Rättvik pitcher was struggling early on with his command, but he seems to have settled down now. He's working through the counts pretty quick.
Ooh, that looked awfully close to me.
The Rättvik pitcher right now is pitch count is 57 pitches, about to complete 4 innings, so he's doing pretty well out there.
At Ole's last at bat, he flew out up the first base line, and the first baseman made the catch just in foul territory.
Bounced in the dirt, ball 2.
2-2. Just high to fill up the count. High for a walk for Ole Martinsson. That brings up the center fielder, Jonathan Bringerud. At Bringerud's last at bat, rather, he flied out to left field. Good pickoff attempt there, unsuccessful, but it looked good. Catcher tries a pickoff attempt now. Even closer.
That catcher pickoff attempt has become a really popular play. You got some of these guys up in the majors like Yadi Molina, Sal Perez have really popularized it with these big arms that they have. It's really tough to do though.
Fouled off. I actually don't know any other players than Toronto Blue Jays, so these names you're telling me mean nothing.
Canadian indeed. Did you ever watch any Expos games back in the day?
I did. I actually had the opportunity numerous times to see Vladimir Guerrero Sr. play in the Olympic Stadium in Montreal.
Oh, that must have been something.
Being a native Montrealer.
That's ball 2 for the batter, 2-1. That's really cool. I really miss the Expos. I hope they can come back one day, maybe get another team in Montreal.
Oh, called. Strike 2. 2-2 is the count with a man on first to Jonathan, Bringerud. I keep forgetting where I am.
Pickoff attempt. Maybe not really much of an attempt, more of a keeping him honest so he doesn't try and run. But he's taking quite of an aggressive lead out there. Probably a few steps off the bag.
Testing my reflexes on the switching of cameras here. I managed to change the cameras after the play is long over. Sorry about that, folks.
Well, it's outside ball 3. So it's a full count to the batter with 2 outs. So the runner's gonna start once the pitcher begins his windup. And
The runner's going,
Oh,
and
it's a ball. Wow.
oh, that looked.
Appeal to third base. The third base umpire says there was no swing on the check. That was a little bit surprising. I mean, certainly not to go against the umpires, but I thought from up here that ball looked pretty good.
I have no problem going against the umpires, and probably will do so throughout this match. That looked like a strike to me.
Yeah, I agree. It looked like a strike as well. But, the Rättvik catcher and coach are meeting with the pitcher on the mound, probably, as you say, to have a little powwow.
Having a powwow.
That's right.
Is it? Oh, no. Apparently the coach is also a Jonsson and also related, being the dad of all three other Jonssons.
Told you, the Jonsson family, just the core of this Rättvik team. Last year having played in Sundsvall, from what I understand. Sölvesborg, sorry, excuse me, Sölvesborg. Get confused with the names here in Sweden.
So that brings up number 37, the catcher, Oscar Jövsten. Last at-bat, he singled, and his first at-bat, he was hit by a pitch and scored.
What does that mean? Well, the count's 0-2 on the batter pretty quick.
Both called strikes.
Mm-hmm.
Ole Martinsson taking a massive lead there, and big secondary.
Nice ball.
But nobody looking to get him.
Ball 1. 1 and 2 is the count. 2 outs. It's opportunity here for Sundsvall to try and get back in the game, down 4-2. It looked like they had commanded the game for the first couple of innings before Rättvik put up 4 runs. That's a well-hit ball in between the shortstop and the third baseman. It's going to try and score a run. What a heck of a throw by the left fielder, but the catcher could not corral it and hold on to it, so the run scored. Well, that was a really good throw by the left fielder. Really, really good throw. Runners now on first and third on that single, and the runner from second also advanced to third base, so really good job by Sundsvall. Score now 4-3.
That brings up the shortstop, Ryan Arena. We'll see what Rye does with a man on first and third.
And starts him off with the ball, low, 1-0.
First ball to Arena.
And that's fouled
Fouled
back.
straight back.
So it counts 1-1. It's a really good job that the Mosquitoes have done this this inning, doing all their damage with 2 outs, just slowly chipping away, grinding out good at bats against the Rättvik pitcher.
That was a solid looking fastball right down the middle. Ryan Arena looked like a deer in the headlights of a car with that one. Big swing, but unfortunately for Arena, he fouled it way out the left side. Ryan is 1 for 2 at this point. Looks at a high pitch for the second ball. Arena's got 3 home runs this year.
Oh, no need to hit a home run there. Wade pokes it to the right field for a single, scores the 4th run for Sundsvall. Game's now tied at 4-4.
I mean, that's what's important. Hitting home runs is nice, and it makes it look like a macho Camacho and all, but base hits score points. So, and that's what's happened here, and that ties this game up and brings it to a 0-0 ball game.
Yeah, that's right, Wade.
Well,
I mean,
4-4, but 0-0. Even.
It's even. It's even right now. Yeah, I mean, Sundsvall is doing a really good job here, just grinding out the pitcher, and it looks like there may be a pitching change.
Or a powwow.
Or a third powwow here. That's right, there will be a pitching change. Who's just needs to get Rättvik out of it. And, well, innings over now, end of 4 innings, game tied 4-4.
Welcome back at the top of the 5th inning. Emil Salin has come off of the mound in the last inning. And we actually said it, but we realized that we were muted here. We're not professionals. He has been replaced with Marius Wolf. At the plate right now, third baseman Sam Boreas. Inside for a ball. Ball 2. 2-0. At Sam's last at bat, he walked. Just high and outside. I say facetiously. It is 3-0. Called strike 1.
Well, listen, this Sundsvall pitcher's really got to keep it together now. Just try and keep the ball over the plate, let his defenders do the work, pitch the contact. I think will be the key for him right now. Oh, big swing and a miss there.
Full count.
Both pitchers just have to keep their teams in the game here. It's going to be up to the bats right now to decide this game.
A lot slimmer than his uncle. And the strikeout to Sam Boreas on an outside pitch. Got him chasing. Coming to the plate right now, the center fielder, Joel Jonsson. He's 1 for 2 today. In his last at-bat, he singled to center field and pulled an RBI out of it. First ball.
That was a big cut there, Wade. Swing and a miss.
He almost came out of his shoes on that cut.
He was trying to send a souvenir all the way up to Rättvik, probably.
Let's not exaggerate here, Roberto. Maybe Sollentuna. Rättvik's a long way away.
Oh, that's a well hit ball. Just,
Well hit to left field and comes down for a single.
It's just a little tapper. He had 4 home runs this year, but he didn't need to hit a home run there. He just needs to get on base, and that's what he's done. You know, you get runners on. I mean, the numbers show, right? You got a better chance to keep advancing and keep hitting and get runs.
Coming to the plate, another one of the Jonsson brothers, Daniel Jonsson, the shortstop. It looked like baby brother was going to break for second there, but he decided against it.
Yeah, Joel was really taking an aggressive lead. Probably a few steps off the bag right now.
High again for ball 2.
I mean, it's really tempting to try and make something happen as a base runner, but at the same time, you know, you don't want to run into an out and sort of kill the momentum for your team. Still not going. Count 3-0. I don't think at this point you want to go if you're the runner. I mean, pitcher's struggling to throw strikes. 3-0 count. Batter's probably not going to have a green light. They're going to make the pitcher throw the strike. Let's see what happens.
Me, I'm going.
As a runner.
Yeah. I got the wheels, man. Called strike 1. 3-1's the count. To Daniel Jonsson. His last at bat, he had a triple to left field with 2 RBIs.
Ooh, pick up a 10th at first.
And I almost switched the cameras in a timely manner that time.
Getting better at it. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Now maybe the batter's got a green light if he sees something over the plate. There it is. Hits the ball to the shortstop. Oh, the runner makes it in time. And
a wild throw to first.
Very wild throw. The runner moves, advances from second to third on that error.
Oh, the runner on second is called safe. Not sure if he was off the bag there or what the story is.
No, the runner beat the throw to second, and the second baseman had to hop over him, which is why, the shortstop, which is why he threw beyond the first baseman.
Fair enough. How do we get replays on this system?
Well, I think that our viewers will have to
Swish us.
Donate to the Swish number that we're popping up on the screen from time to time.
An excellent point, Roberto. We'll show you that number between innings here again, and or between the half innings, to give everybody the opportunity to send us cash.
And the runner tries to get to second. He gets caught. He gets caught in a rundown, slides, but the runner comes home from third base.
And now he's out, but hey, it brought in a run.
That's right. A job well done by the Rättvik base runners. He did get caught, but he did his best to stay in the rundown and keep the attention of the defenders, and they completely forgot about that runner on third base who walked home. So now it's 5-4 for Rättvik.
Still Daniel Jonsson. What happened to him?
Yeah, so which works? They didn't tag him now.
Oh, right.
This is up in Opperman, up the catcher.
At his last at bat, he had a hit to right field with an RBI, but then he was thrown out at second. Straight up the middle, just missed the pitcher. Oh, and kicked away by the second baseman.
It's a tough play. It's a tough play for either shortstop or second baseman to get to. So it's a good job by the hitter to just line it up and tap it up the middle. But like we said, the field conditions out there are not ideal, so it's very tricky. This ball pulls up, takes funny bounces in the wet grass and the dirt. So
at the plate now, the second baseman, Hector Acuna.
And here we have a mound visit, otherwise known as a
Powwow.
powwow. That's right.
Well, as we're doing this, I'll just share with you the Swish number yet again so that we can get our instant replay. The number is 123372955.
Can you mute the mic? Can you mute the mic?
Powwow over now. Probably just trying to break up the rhythm created by Rättvik.
That's right. Looks like Rättvik was trying to seize a little bit of momentum here. Ball in the dirt. Runner does not go. But you see there's a big difference with the Sundsvall pitcher when he pitches from the windup and from the stretch, right? And that's exactly what happens when you get runners on base. You disrupt the pitcher's momentum and rhythm, and that's exactly what you want to do. The other thing is we talk a lot, I think more recently there's been a lot more talk about baseball IQ. You know, something other than the physical tools that a player has is also the knowledge of the game and the situational knowledge. And that pitch is ball. It's low. Count is 2-0. So it's important for players to have this baseball IQ, situational knowledge. As you just saw, the runner was thrown out, but they completely lost track of the runner at third. That's a big hit. That is a big hit to center field, and it's off the wall.
Oh, big bounce.
The runner's advancing from third base is going to score, and that's a stand-up double for Hector Acuna. A heck of a hit. He really got a hold of that one. And we thought for a second there that was going to go, but he was about maybe a meter away from a home run there. And
So
that's
Acuna coming up to bat here. He was 0 for 2. He may be feeling a little bit like he needed to step up his game a bit. Looks like there might be a pitching change happening for Sundsvall.
yeah, and I think the coach has seen enough. I mean, they had their little powwow earlier, tried to motivate him. Unfortunately, didn't really have maybe much left in the tank tonight, and gave up a big hit. And the new pitcher for Sundsvall will be Donnie Gardner.
So Donnie Gardner is going to take the mound. Who's going to go to right field for Donnie Gardner, though?
Well, we'll probably have that information when we come back. But we'll just leave you with the Swish number for now. And
Yes. We like the Swish number.
So there has been a pitching change, and it's literally a switch of the right fielder and the pitcher. So the right fielder, Donnie Gardner, will come in as a relief pitcher, and the pitcher, Erik Markvordson, will move to right field.
At the plate now is the first baseman, Marcus Melendez. Melendez is 0 for 2 so far today, with a fly out to right and a ground out to short. No, that's not Roberto Hedberg.
Do you know Roberto Hedberg? Is he a baseball player? No. Sorry, Tony, we don't know who Roberto Hedberg is.
2 balls, no strikes to Marcus Melendez. Fouled off for the first strike, 2-1. Called strike 2.
Big swing and a miss, and Donnie
And a little
Gardner.
happy dance as he comes off the mound.
Very big happy dance, and Danny Gardner has gotten Sundsvall out of this inning.
That ends the first half of the 5th inning. It's 6-4 for Rättvik. It is Rättvik, isn't it? I can't read that.
That's what I think, yeah.
Welcome back. It's the bottom of 5. Coming up to bat, we have the right fielder, Donnie Gardner.
Donnie's actually now the relief pitcher who got that last strikeout.
Yeah.
Oh, hit up the middle, but the shortstop is there to scoop it up. And a great play. Really nice play by the shortstop there.
Coming to the plate, the first baseman, Per Axelsson.
Just a reminder to our viewers that this is an elimination game. In previous years, the semifinals have had a more of a best-of-3 series. And it's a called strike, 0-1. Traditionally, it's been a best-of-3 series, but due to the pandemic and a shortened season, it's just an elimination game now, so it's do or die. And that's hit again to the shortstop a little bit up the middle, and the shortstop again with a great play.
Terrible.
And that's 2 quick outs for Rättvik, trying to keep this momentum here, having just scored 2 runs, up 6-4. So this elimination game, winner takes all, you can see the importance. It's a change in strategy.
How are we at Ole? Yeah. All right, well, we missed somewhere, somehow, somebody. This is apparently now the third baseman, Ole Jørsten.
And that ball is fouled back.
It's Borta.
So after talking, Wade, it's a change in strategy this year for a lot of these teams. Traditionally, they've had this sort of the first game. Do you win? Do you lose? You got to save some pitchers for the next one, etc., etc. But now with this elimination game, winner takes all. Just this one game moves on to the finals tomorrow. You got to throw everything you've got out there, regardless of whether or not you can't save people for tomorrow because you may not even win the game today. So both of these teams right now basically have 4 innings left to just give it all they got, and it determines their whole season. You see in the comments from Per Lindgren thanking everyone who's donated to Heat TV, listing off the names there. Berit Falk Lundberg, Liden Erik Niklas, Tony Bessel, Torbjörn Wallien. Thank you very much for the donations. We appreciate it greatly. Try and put it to good use here, Wade and myself.
Yeah. We're going drinking. Kidding, of course. Playing into our Canadian stereotypes.
Ooh.
Oh.
And he hits the batter.
Hit by pitch.
Oh, and the pitcher says, takes accountability for that, says, my bad. Lost control of that one. Lost the grip probably. It's difficult to keep the grip on the baseball on this cold night. The baseballs are wet, they're slippery, it's cold, your fingers and hands are cold. It's tough for these pitchers. But that said, the Rättvik pitcher was doing a really good job so far this inning. 2 quick outs.
Yeah.
And now there's a runner on first.
All right, so that brings up now the right fielder. He was the pitcher until very recently, but the right fielder, Erik Markvordson. Got a walk and a fly, and he flied out to left field at his last at bat. Fouled off.
That's the third ball hit to the shortstop this inning, and it's an easy toss to the second baseman for the force out. And that's the end of a quick inning for Rättvik. And at the end of 6 innings,
End of 5.
5.5, sorry.
No,
End of 5 innings, excuse me. His score is 6-4 for Rättvik.
Welcome back. We are starting the 6th inning. It is now 6-4 for Rättvik. We've got three more donors to our Heat TV, Ulrika Akander, as well as Ingmar Bertram and Jens Johansson. Thank you very much. Tack så mycket.
Yeah, big tack så mycket for donating to Heat TV, and the Swish number that we'll put up one more time in between innings, and that's an inside pitch to start off the batter, 1-0.
That is Tommy Lindell, our I keep doing that, the left fielder for Rättvik. Big cut. Sounded like a foul tip.
Mm-hmm. That's strike one. Just a reminder to our viewers that regardless of whichever team wins tonight and makes it through to tomorrow, that we'll be playing Leksand in the finals tomorrow starting at 1 p.m. That's a foul, pitch foul back. Count is 1 and 2. So we will be broadcasting that game as well on Heat TV tomorrow. So feel free to join the stream and just have a watch if you have some free time. And that pitch is high, 2 and 2.
Looked pretty good to me. This is a good time to slag the umpires a little bit.
Yeah, it did look good to me as well. Slag those umpires.
Got to be careful what we say, or we're going to have Tony jump in here to their rescue.
Oh, big cut, swing and a miss for the first out.
That brings up the right fielder, Jan Mikael Jansson. He is 0 for 2 today with a fly out to right and a strikeout. Fouled off for strike one.
You know, as the game progresses and we're getting into the late innings, these batters have to remember that this may very well be one of their final outs of the season. So you got to make it count here for Jan Mikael, and he fouls off again down the line to right.
Looks like the right fielder jumped over a small lake on his way to collect that ball.
Yeah, I believe that. It is very swampy out there today.
He's going to have raisin toes when he gets home.
Something worse than playing baseball with wet feet.
I can think of worse things, but I'm not going to get into that right now.
All right. Let's focus on that Sundsvall pitcher who's really shown some emotion there on the mound, celebrating whenever good things happen. Got to strike out, did a little shoulder.
Second strikeout in a row for Daniel Jonsson.
A little shoulder shimmy.
That brings up Marius Wolf.
What do you think of this younger generation, Wade, bringing in a little bit of emotion to the game, a little bit of pimping, a little bit of showing off?
Oh, I love pimping. What they need to complete the look is a feather boa and a fedora cap.
I'm not sure if safety regulations would allow that, but we may see it one day. That's fouled back.
Fouled back for strike one, 1-1. With 2 out to Rättvik, excuse me.
Bounce to the pitcher. This is going to be a tough play for the pitcher, but he gets him.
What a play. That looked like a Marcus Stroman play right there.
That really did. Now now he can pimp out for that one. That was a really good play there by the pitcher.
Somebody get him a feather boa.
Indeed. Well, that's the end of the top of the 6th inning, and Rättvik still up 6-4.
Welcome back. It's bottom of 6 now, and Sundsvall comes to the plate with their left fielder Ole Martinsson.
Well, Sundsvall's really got to buckle down now. I mean, they've only got 4 innings, 12 outs left to save their season. Right now, they're down 6-4.
Ole's got a fly out to first and a walk for the day. And he looks at strike 1. Swing and a miss to strike 2. Yes, Tony Bessel, that was a comment that was totally meant as a jab towards you.
Big
Out of
cut.
love, of course.
Big cut, strike 3. It's a strikeout for the first out here for Rättvik.
That'll bring the center fielder Jonathan Bringerud. Jonathan flew out to left in the second inning and walked in the 4th. That's low for a first ball. His name is just so fun to say. Bringerud. Hit sharply to the shortstop, and he got him.
That was a great play by the shortstop.
Excellent running throw.
Yeah, throwing on the run is not easy, but he certainly made it look easy. It looks like Rättvik's decision to put Marius Wolf on the mound as a relief pitcher is really paying off, because he's really settled down and he's just knocking down these Sundsvall batters.
So that brings up Oscar Jersten. He was hit by a pitch in the first. He singled He singled in the second, and he singled to left with an RBI in 4th. Inside.
But he called a strike.
Whoa.
0-1. Looked like I was around his head.
He tried to sell that one.
No. He did.
I believed him too. That's low for a ball. 1-1 with 2 out.
Well, the sky's starting to get darker now. You see a dark blue out there, no longer gray, so the light's becoming even brighter. It's getting nighttime.
Now it's like a Swedish winter day.
Oh, that ball hits the batter in the helmet. It looks as if the batter is okay.
Pitch gets away on him. Took him right in the melon.
It's actually the second time that the pitch has gotten away from Marius Wolf. The batter's grimacing. The coach is checking him out, just making sure he's okay. I mean, the helmets, helmet technology is really good these days. It really provides a lot of padding, but regardless, anything that hits you in the head is still going to ring.
As a catcher, though, you kind of get used to it. That is their catcher, Oscar Jersten.
Yeah, well, catchers are traditionally known to kind of be the toughest guys on the field. They're getting banged up, but still, yeah, probably a little bit of ringing in his ears for maybe until tomorrow.
That brings up Ryan Arena.
Ooh, nice
Solid
hit
up the middle to center field.
Yeah, really good. Arena's really swinging the bat well, and he advances the runner. Yeah, you see, Sundsvall now is doing some damage here against Marius Wolf and Rättvik with 2 outs. So, they're hitting very well with 2 outs, and that's important.
Arena is now 3 for 4 with a double and 2 singles and an RBI.
Oh yeah, he's easily been Sundsvall's best hitter of the night so far. And there's a reason why they've got him hitting out of the 3 spot, I think. Yeah, and the comment from Benjamin Åkerlund, you're absolutely right. I mean, Gardner and Wolf are throwing gas. Wolf's throwing really hard, which is why I thought that hit by pitch just now probably rang his head a little bit. We don't have a pitch speed reader right now, unfortunately, but I would guess he's easily at 85. Let me give you the
Swish number.
I mean, well...
This is the right fielder, Donnie Gardner, who is now pitching, actually.
Very opportune comment, Wade.
Yeah, well, you know, I got to take those shots when I can.
That's true. That's low for ball one. Counts as 1-0 on the batter. And we talked about Marius Wolf sort of being in a groove, but looks like he's been shaken up a little bit now. Maybe after that hit batter allows the hard single, now starts this next batter off with a ball. See if he can settle down a bit and get this last out of the inning. And that's a big hit, but...
Well hit ball, no. Left fielder got that, and that'll end the inning.
That's a good job by the Rättvik left fielder defense. I mean, very important to get his pitcher out of there. And after 6 innings, it's 6-4 for Rättvik.
Welcome back, folks. It's the top of the 7th inning. We are at 6-4 for Rättvik Butchers. Coming to the plate right now is, I believe, Sam Borges.
That's right, Sam Borges.
He's got a walk and a strikeout to his name today. And I just said the out the way that people make fun of Canadians for saying it. Out.
While outside, it's 2-0 to the batter. Well, I think Sundsvall's really got to do everything it can here. Obviously, they want to win the game, but they really need to buckle down and focus. I mean, this could be their... Oh, batter swings at that outside pitch, 2-1. I mean, this is Sundsvall's opportunity here to get to their very first finals ever. And it would be a shame if they let that go, unfortunately. But batter fouls that off to the left. Count is 2-2. But it's a great game. Got to give credit to both teams. They're really fighting through the weather and the cold. High and outside. Ball 3, full count.
To be fair, the weather's not too bad today. It's a lot better than I expected it to be, having seen the last 10 days of just torrential downpour.
Yeah, pretty much it's not raining. Play ball.
Exactly. Outside for the walk.
Well, that's another base runner for Rättvik, and this is not what you want if you're Sundsvall. You know, pitching out of the stretch compared to pitching from the windup is there is a difference.
That brings up the center fielder, Joel Jonsson. Jonsson singled to left field his last at-bat, and in the 3rd inning, he singled to center field for an RBI.
Yeah, so he's had a really good day at the plate. You know, so, Rättvik only has two runners left on base the whole game, and starts them off with the ball there, 1-0. But if they've left 2 runners on base, that means they've done really well hitting with runners in scoring position. So you don't want to keep giving them runners. And that's popped up to the first baseman.
Whoa!
Almost lost it there.
Almost caught him off guard there.
Huh?
When you hit that high and it's got that much spin on the ball, it's hard to judge those. I may have dropped 1 or 2.
Once again, thank you for all the contributions that Per Lindgren is typing on the chat towards Heat TV. Andreas Eden is the newest name put up there, but
I believe that's Edin.
Edin, excuse me if I mispronounced the name. As you go to the top of the chat there, Torbjörn Wallian again. But if you go to the top of the chat, you will see Wade and I.
It doesn't say again. That says
Martin Westerdahl. But Wade and I excuse ourselves for the bad pronunciation. This pitch has popped up, foul ball, and he unfortunately was not able to make the catch. But that was really close there.
this is Daniel Jonsson, the shortstop.
Count is 0-1 with a runner on first base.
Did you say him too? $123 fans watching the game today. That is far higher than the 12 that I'm used to.
Well, it is the semifinals, Wade. Semifinals of the season. That pitch gets away a little bit, but the runner does not advance. Stays at first. I don't think there's a point right now in Rättvik running into an out, so they're probably playing very conservative baseball and just going to let their hitters advance the runners on their own.
1-1 is the count with a runner on first. Ooh, that looked pretty nice.
Ball.
Pitcher doesn't like that.
Well, we've said all we're going to say about the umpires tonight.
I'm not poo-pooing the umpire on that one. That was a tight one. Fouled off, way foul. Two and two, 1 out, runner on first, with Daniel Jonsson at the plate. Daniel does have a triple tonight with 2 RBIs on it.
Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. A foul tip strikeout.
2 down. Evan Opperman is coming up, the catcher.
And
he singled the second in the 5th. He had a right to hit the right field in the 3rd, which had an RBI, and then he was thrown out at second. And in the 1st, he singled to left, called strike 1.
Yeah, so he's had a pretty good day at the plate. I mean, he's seen the ball really well.
Ooh, he looked at that. He was salivating.
Yeah, it was a good breaking pitch. He was trying to get him to probably offer at it.
Whoa!
Just above his head. I think both of these pitchers are having a bit of trouble controlling their balls.
Almost a little payback there off the melon.
Looked like it. It looked like it. But
obviously unintentional.
Very unintentional. Very unintentional. Well, that's 3-1.
3-1.
Gonna have a green light to swing that ball. I mean, with 2 down, you got to think he's gonna try and maybe get some extra base hits here. That's a walk.
Oh, I was thinking that was a nice looking pitch, and the catcher doesn't like it by the looks of things. I'm not sure who Pepe is, and so I can't really interview him, but a little powwow on the mound.
Can you have a powwow with just two people?
Yeah, I don't think there are size restrictions. It's not a very good powwow, but it's a powwow nonetheless.
Yeah, fair enough.
As long as somebody brings the beer. Actually, that's not fair. You know, alcohol is strictly forbidden in powwows. And Swedish sports.
Big swing and fouled off by the batter. 0-1 to start.
That is Hector Acuna, the second baseman.
It's outside. Count is 1-1.
Two and one is the count to Hector Acuna. That just sounds like a baseball name.
Ooh. Not the, probably a swing he wants to have back there. Didn't look like he was in control. Got fooled a little bit. Count is 2-2 with 2 down.
In my mind, any name that has a little squiggly line on top of an N, that is a baseball name. Outside to fill the count. With 2 out, the runners will be going.
Now, if Acuna can put the ball in play here, this could be really dangerous. And he does, but it's fouled off.
Fouled off, and nobody's going to get there.
No.
That's in the bullpen.
There's definitely a situation where you want to put the ball in play. I mean, runners on, first and second, they're going no matter what. Always puts the defense on their heels.
Excellent protection of the plate there by Acuna.
Definitely a little bit of history for the Sundbyberg and Swedish team, Magnus Höglund. Well before our time, I think, unfortunately.
Yeah, I've only been with the club for 3.5 years now, and Roberto 2.5.
And he called that ball 4.
Second walk in the row by Donnie Gardner.
Well, you're seeing right now you're seeing right now the Sundsvall team and the pitcher really disagree with that call. I thought also it was a strike, to be honest, but the umpire called it a ball, and well, now you've got the bases loaded.
This is danger. You got Marcus Melendez, the first baseman. He's 0 for 3 today.
0 for 3, but he's always a threat to hit the ball. Ooh.
Oh! And that went off the knob of the bat as well. Foul ball. I would have sold that one.
Yeah.
Roll around on the ground like it hit me in the elbow.
Well, you are a soccer player, Wade. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Well, Mark's just, I mean, he hasn't had the best day at the plate, but he's just got to focus here a little bit. Try and put the bat on the ball, not necessarily swing to the fences.
Donnie Gardner needs this pitch to get out of this mess that he's finding himself in this mid-inning.
Oh,
Popped up.
Looks like the catcher's calling for it, and he gets it.
And he gets out of this inning with stranding 3 runners on base.
That's right. Big break there for Sundsvall, who are still in it at 6-4. at the end of the 6th inning.
Okay. That was halfway through the 7th inning. Welcome back. It's the bottom of 7, and at the plate we find ourselves with the first baseman pair, Axelsson. Axelsson walked in the first. He flied out to left field in the 3rd, and in the 5th he grounded out to short. Whoop! Oh. Right between the shortstop and third base for a base hit.
Well, he saw that first pitch right around the plate, and he just swung, and it just hit a little dribbler that squeaked through. I mean, at this point, look, you've got 3 innings, you got 9 outs left. If you're Sundsvall and you're down 6-4, right now you take everything you can get. So it's a good start for them. Runner on first. Let's see if they can build on this momentum.
That's good for Pear, too. That'll boost his confidence a little bit. He hasn't had the strongest night at the plate so far, but that totally changes things around. At the plate now, we have our second baseman, Linus Kulund. Linus, as well, has had a tough day at the plate, 0 for 3. See if he can change things around.
It's inside, ball 1 to the batter.
One and one is the count to Kulund.
Puts down a bunt, but pops it up.
Whoa!
Just foul.
Danger, danger.
You know, we saw a lot of bunt attempts in the last game, and quite a few of them were popped up, and it's just unfortunate, an unfortunate waste of an at-bat. I mean, you're trying to put a bunt down. I mean, it's really difficult, but just keep it on the ground.
It would have been really great had I changed the camera so that you all could see where that ended up. Low and outside. 2-2. With a runner on first.
Big swing and a miss.
And he goes down swinging. That'll bring up the third baseman, Ole Yerstin. His last at-bat, he was hit by pitch. In the 4th, he was called for a strikeout, and in the 1st, he flied out to right field.
Goes out to that first pitch, but fouls it off.
Fouled off.
It's like these Sundsvall batters are trying to be aggressive. They're attacking these first pitches.
And they're close, but no cigar.
So far, except for the first batter who made it to first base off a single. But another foul.
Looked almost like a check swing there. That he might have had second thoughts, and he was already committed. So
that's true. But it's a quick 0-2, and it's very difficult as a batter. Now you really got to grind out this at bat. You really got to fight for it, because now the pitcher has basically 3 pitches to be able to try and throw you some sort of wonky pitch. And that's popped up to the first base side, but the first baseman's not going to be able to make a play on that.
I was kind of expecting the pitcher to make him chase a little bit, but that looked like a fastball right down the middle. Maybe a miscalculation on his part. Off-speed pitch just misses the zone. We are at 1-2 on Ole Jefsten. Another foul ball.
Well, Ole is really doing a good job here of just fighting through it. I mean, count is 1-2. He's still pretty far behind, but yeah, he's doing what he can to keep Sundsvall in this. I mean, they're down to 8 outs. This is their season on the line here.
Get Marius Wolf to throw as many pitches as possible and wear him down a little bit.
Exactly. Another foul ball.
Another one.
Yeah, that's pitch number 33 for Marius Wolf. Now, you know, Marius coming in as a relief pitcher, not as a starting pitcher. How many pitchers do you have? You know, does a relief pitcher have?
How many pitches is this at bat?
Well, that's
Must
a
be
good
about
question.
8.
Could be.
Oh, gets him chasing a high one.
Yeah, I think he wants that one back. He knows it. He knows that he swung at a bad pitch there, out of the strike zone.
He's not pleased with himself on that one, and that brings up Eric Markvordson. Eric hasn't had the greatest day at the plate either today. He has a walk under his belt, but called strike 1.
Fouled off. You hear the Sundsvall coach Bjorn Johansson telling his players, "Hey, we got a lot of game left. We got, 2 innings, 7 outs left, but you know, a lot can happen here with that in baseball." So he's just trying to calm his guys down and say, "Come on, you got to fight through it."
Geez, with our team, 2 innings, that could amount to 21 runs.
Against us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
against us,
yeah.
of course. Ask Benjamin Okerlund. He's experienced our wrath. You weren't there, Roberto. It was a bit of a mess.
I heard about our Sundbyberg trip to Skellefteå.
Because we drank too much the day before. It wasn't such a good scene.
If there are children watching this stream, we apologize for Wade's drinking.
Come on.
Umpire is getting a fresh set of balls. With the field being so wet, these balls get very slippery, and it's very difficult to keep your grip as a pitcher.
Count is 0-2, 2 outs to Eric Markvordson. Swing and a miss, and that will do it for the 7th inning.
Yeah, 3 up, 3 down. You see what a difference a dry ball can make once you have just that good grip. You know, just gun it by the batter. Well, that's the end of the
7th inning. Now,
inning.
I'm going to throw up the Swish number and QR code for your convenience, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. It's the top of the 8th, and coming to the plate for Rättvik, we've got the left fielder, Tommy Lindell. Tommy is 0 for 3 tonight, and he's hoping to change his fate.
Well, yeah, I think Tommy just needs to get up here and just make contact, put the ball in play, and try and get on base. I mean, don't try and do too much here. You're up 6-4.
They're probably, I don't know, the pitcher's not even there. I thought they were checking him for pine tar.
A lot of illegal substances in baseball these days. What would be the Swedish illegal substance, Wade?
Surströmming.
Yeah, well, I was thinking of snooze.
Snooze, yeah.
Maybe a bit of dill sauce, who knows.
Oh. Oh, God. A little cheddar ost. Oh, no, bacon ost.
It's popped up to the right
Popped up
side.
Going down the first base line.
Oh my, wow, that right fielder makes a sliding catch.
That looked like he Hollywooded it up a little bit. I'm not sure he needed to make it look that pretty, but it sure did look pretty.
Whatever works, I guess, but maybe he slipped. It's very wet out there.
Come on. That brings up the right fielder, Jan Mikael Jonsson. Jonsson as well is 0 for 3 on the night.
We're going to have to try and get one of our Sundbyberg pitchers up here tomorrow during the broadcast and see if they have tried to use snooze as a foreign substance. I mean, does it affect the grip or?
I don't know. Called strike one. Swing and a miss for strike 2. It's a pitcher's count. Now you can throw all around there. Try to get him to chase for that 3rd strike.
Ooh, check this swing.
Outside with that fastball.
Checks with the first base umpire. No, calls it no swing.
I'm surprised I didn't even see the check swing on that.
Yeah, it was very small, but
I'm not very observant, so.
Oh, wow. That was a great breaking ball there.
A little bit of a strange swing. He stepped backwards into that one.
I think he didn't want to swing, but at the very end, he knew it was going to be over the plate and just hacked at it.
That brings up the pitcher, Marius Wolf.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a pitching change here. It's the end of the night for
Donnie Gardner.
Donnie Gardner. Done a pretty good job of keeping Rättvik off the board. and
allowed to pitch 3.
he's only allowed to pitch 3 innings
Is it because he's not a Swede?
because he's not Swedish,
Not EU,
perhaps. That's
rather.
or sorry, not an EU citizen. Therefore, the rule states he can only pitch 3 innings. So it was a good 3 innings for Donnie Gardner, and they will now bring in a new pitcher.
We're just looking for his number right now, but unfortunately he's facing us. Turn around, turn around. Yep, number 11.
Ole Gjersten,
Oh,
the third baseman, will be pitching now as a relief pitcher.
and Donnie Gardner is going to be taking over at third base. Hopefully his arm is held up after throwing those 3 innings, and he's able to throw it across to 1.
Yeah, it looked like he had more left in the tank. I mean, he probably would have pitched much more, but you know, rule states non-EU players can only pitch 3 innings. So
Ole Gjersten is now the pitcher. And then Donnie. All right, we're ready to go now with our new pitcher, Ole Gjersten. It's pitcher against pitcher right now. Pitching to Marius Wolf. Whoa! He brought out the heat there for a called strike 1. Ooh. Oh, beautiful breaking ball there for a called strike 2. Kind of strange. The pitcher is pitching to his brother. One and 2. Tries to get him chasing. No can do. Oh, swing and a miss to end the half.
yeah, that was a really good one. A really good one there for Sundsvall. Very important they keep Rättvik off the board now. And that is the end of 7 innings.
No,
No,
that's the end of the first half of the 8th inning.
so 7.5.
8.5. 8.5. Welcome back. It looks like Rättvik is making a pitching change where the catcher Evan Opperman is now pitching, and catching is Marcus Melendez. And oh geez, what a mess. Catcher, first base. And then Hector Acuna now takes over at 1.
Ni har ju bara gjort lite byte. Och även pitcher Marcus Catcher Kalle kom in på 2.
At the plate right now, third baseman Sam Borges. Popped up. Third baseman is calling for it. Oh, and he drops it.
Oh, that is just the break that Sundsvall needs. Well, the shortstop pats him on the back.
So an error will be charged to the third baseman.
It looks like he had it. He saw it all the way. Just maybe closed his glove a little early. Who knows? Popped in and out. But like we said, that's what Sundsvall needs. They needed a break. They got a runner on first now.
That's Donnie Gardner who has committed the error.
Strike 1. You know, the interesting thing, Wade, is that maybe these teams being up north, you know, not having the, you know, sort of the big field and the lights that we have here in Sundbyberg, maybe they're not used to playing sort of under the lights in the dark. Perhaps he lost the ball there, but regardless, like you said, it gives Sundsvall an opportunity. 0-2 count now with no outs, but this is what they need, base runners.
Center fielder Jonathan Bringerud. I just wanted to correct myself as well. The third baseman who committed that error was Sam Borges.
That's high, ball 1, count 1 and 2.
Catcher checking the runner at first.
Contact to the second baseman who turns to 2. They get the lead runner at second.
Fielder's choice.
Well, unfortunately, Sundsvall just sort of traded an out there, and they've only got 5 left.
Maybe for a Swish payment. Called strike 1. Against Oscar Jerften. Catcher. Outside for ball 1.
Big cut, swing and a miss. I think he was trying to tie the game with that swing.
I saw that swing and I switched the camera right away. I thought he had a good hold of that one.
Well, Sundsvall needs base runners. Got to dig down and just make contact. Well, there you go. Make contact, but off the...
Fouled off the mask of the catcher.
That maybe not... It doesn't hurt as much as getting hit by a pitch off the helmet, but still shakes you up a little bit.
And he's running to second, and no throw because the catcher wasn't able to handle that one.
And you see the catcher asking the umpire for a new dry ball. It's like the pitcher just lost control there. Very difficult in this cold, wet night to keep that grip.
So a stolen base for the left fielder, Ole Markvordson. Pitcher steps off for a moment to wipe the sweat off his brow in this balmy heat.
That's fouled out. Fouled out of play. Count still 2-2 with 1 out. The runner on second base. So, a reminder to our viewers that, as opposed to previous years where we played a best out of 3 series each team, this is just a winner takes all. Winner takes all with the one game, a do or die elimination game. So the winner will play Leksand tomorrow for the finals, and that's fouled back. Still 2-2. And if Rättvik holds on, this will be the second year in a row that Rättvik goes on to the finals. Oh, sorry, this is last year Rättvik lost in the semifinals, so they'll go back to the finals after winning in 2001 and 2002. Two-time winners, Rättvik. And that's
fouled off again.
Popped up, and the catcher chases, but he's not going to get there in time, unfortunately.
A good at-bat for Jörsten.
Yeah, he's really fighting here, which is great to see. And if he can reach base or maybe even score the runner, maybe Sundsvall is able to come back in this game. And if they do that and move on to the finals tomorrow, that will be Sundsvall's first ever appearance in the finals. And they will play Leksand tomorrow. That's hit high to left, but
probably going to end up
territory.
Almost in the bullpen, but the left fielder gave chase, but wasn't able to catch up to it.
Yeah, just out of reach there, unfortunately, for the Rättvik left fielder. Well, regardless of whichever team wins tonight and plays Leksand tomorrow, once again, we are going to be broadcasting the game on this YouTube channel. So if you have some free time, feel free to
pop in.
Come
and see us.
That's right. Leave a comment.
Leave a Swish payment.
Leave a Swish donation. We'll be putting that up again tomorrow in hopes of getting a second microphone.
And a radar gun.
That's true. We need to measure the speed pitch. That's a hit to third base. Good play there by Borjas, the third baseman. And there's the second out of the inning. But that does advance the runner to third base. So Sundsvall still has an opportunity to try and get one more back.
That play for Borjas, that kind of makes up for his error that he unfortunately posted against Ole Martinsson. And at the plate now we have Ryan Arena, otherwise known as Rai. I heard his girlfriend say that out there.
Ooh, that's not well hit. Popped up by the batter to center field. Looks like he's camped under it, and he got it. That's an unfortunate turn of events for Sundsvall. Had an opportunity, can't capitalize. Score is still 6-4 at the end of 8.5. End of 8. So going into the 9th inning now.
Welcome back at the top of the ninth. Rättvik Butchers are up 6-4 over the Sundsvall Mosquitoes. At the plate right now, we've got Sam Boreas, the third baseman, looking to extend Rättvik's lead. He's got 2 walks and a strikeout on the night. Called strike 1. 2-1 is the count. Called strike 2. 2-2. Inside to fill that count. Sam Bori is looking to beat that ball like it owes him money. Up the first base line, fair ball. And tossed to the pitcher for the out.
It was a very close play, just about a step ahead of the runner. I think Sam Burias was trying to make up for that drop ball last inning, but wasn't able to, unfortunately.
Apologies, I didn't change the camera for everybody to enjoy that lovely out. It was really good, though. Called strike 1. A little off-speed pitch there to inside and possibly high for ball 1. 1-1. Little in the dirt there for a second ball. This is Joel Jonsson, the center fielder. He's 2 for 4 today with an RBI. Looks at that third ball, 3-1. And he draws the walk.
Well, this is not what you want to be doing if you're Sundsvall right now. You want to put Rättvik away as quick as possible just to give your guys a chance to try and make up 2 runs. I mean, if you continue to get base runners and give up another run or 2 here, that's just going to make it much more difficult on your last, basically your last half of an inning. It's exactly what happened to Sundbyberg the last game. They were only down by a run before giving up 2 in the 9th. And then it's just a momentum killer is what it is. Runner goes to second, and the ball is dropped. Unfortunately, the second baseman dropped that ball.
I don't think he would have had him anyway. He kind of threw to the right there, and I think the runner was already past him.
Yeah, would have had to have been a sort of a Javier Baez type of swipe tag there.
Again, he's not a Toronto Blue Jay, so I don't know who that is.
Well, that's unfortunate, Wade.
So this is Daniel Jonsson, the shortstop, who has 2 RBIs for the night.
It's no wonder you only draft Toronto Blue Jays in our baseball fantasy draft. You don't know any of the other guys.
Oh, I know them all. I'm just playing with it.
I know. Oh, that's a called strike. 0-2.
Daniel Jonsson clearly not happy with that call.
Big swing and a miss. 2 outs.
That brings up Evan Opperman, who is now the pitcher for Rättvik.
Trying to do himself some favors, maybe drive in a run. give himself a bit more of a lead here.
Because we're awesome. 153. Low and inside for ball one. Opperman is 3 for 4 with a walk.
Oh, up the middle, a really good piece of hitting there. They're going to send the runner from third. Center fielder bobbles the ball, and that's going to allow the runner to score. What do we say? A really good piece of hitting from the relief pitcher, and just makes his job a little bit easier.
Well, he's had a hell of a night tonight with 4 for 5 with a walk.
And now an RBI.
On base 100% of the time tonight. That brings up Hector Acuna, who is now our first baseman. Acuna has a double and an RBI. What's that?
That's hit up, flied out to the left fielder, and he makes the catch. No, he drops the ball. Well, that is unfortunate. The bad breaks keep happening for Sundsvall, and that allows the runner from first to go all the way to third base, and on that error. So now we've got runners on first and third with 2 outs. Now, you know, like we said before, this is exactly what happened to Sundbyberg the last game. You know, they were down 3-2. They had clawed their way back to within just 1 run, and then unfortunately some defensive miscues allowed Leksand to score 2 runs in the 9th inning, and it's a momentum killer. It just makes it that much more difficult for your batters to go up there and just feel like, you know, we're just 1 run away. Let's just pound out some hits. Let's hope Sundsvall can get an out here. Otherwise, this game could get out of hand for them really quick. Hit to the third baseman, who makes the play and the throw over to first, and there's the out. So just the 1 run for Rättvik here in the top of the 9th, but it is now 7-4 for Rättvik, with Sundsvall due up in the bottom of the 9th, their final opportunity.
And that was the catcher, Marcus Melendez. I couldn't get that in because Roberto had a really long story to tell.
That's right.
Just a reminder, we are accepting Swish payments. The number for that is 123-37-29555. Those Swish payments are not going to pay our wonderful commentating skills. They are going towards upping our technology and making this a more pleasurable experience to all of you out there who tune in regularly to watch our games. Thank you, and welcome back. It's the bottom of the 9th and last chance for Sundsvall to stay in this game and to have another game tomorrow. It is now 7-4 for Rättvik. At the plate right now is our third baseman, Donnie Gardner.
I would just like to point out Per Lindgren's comment in the chat and thank Anders Rättvik and Peter Malm and Elizabeth Hopkins for the donations through the Swish account for the Sundbyberg Heat live broadcast team. That ball is
pitcher to first and easy out.
Well, that's one.
Apologies as well for the spam that came in. Oh, well, they saw it.
Well, it's one down now. Sundsvall is down to their final 2 outs of the season, down 3 to runs. Look, what else can you say about it, Wade? I mean, you just need base runners. Easier said than done, of course, but yeah, it's like you got to put the rally caps on and just keep the train moving.
Per Axelsson, the first baseman, is at the plate.
And he hits the ball to right field, but the right fielder is camped under it and makes the play. Well, it's looking more and more likely that Rättvik is about to win this game here at Sundsvall with their final out.
At the plate is second baseman Linus Quilund. Quilund has had a tough night at the plate tonight. 0 for 4.
And he takes the first pitch strike here.
Big foul off into the soccer pitch. 0-2 is the count.
0-2 down to the final strike.
This could be it. Whoa, check swing. He held it back though. 1-2.
As the ball hit to the shortstop, shortstop scoops it up.
And that's the ball game, folks.
That's right.
The Rättvik Butchers are going to the final tomorrow versus Leksand.
Well, congratulations to the Rättvik Butchers, who will play Leksand tomorrow in the finals, like you said, and we're going to stream it live on this YouTube channel.
I just want to say thank you to the 149 people who have tuned in tonight to watch the game. It was a great game, and we had a lot of fun calling it tonight.
That's right. And thank you again to all the supporters and donations that were sent to the Swish number that we put up on the screen. Again, if you have time tomorrow, please log on and check out the finals game between Leksand and Rättvik. And I mean, other than that, thank you again for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully.